The noble art of fencing has existed since cavemen picked up sticks, but became a display of honour and skill when gunpowder was invented and battling with swords went out of fashion. Today the sport has fans all around the world, and with strong chances of Olympic medals for the home team, the UK is about to be gripped by fencing fever. This short film, brought to you by Beazley, principal partner of British Fencing, will give you an introduction to the key moves in the art of fencing. There are 3 weapons, the foil, sabre and épée, and all call for lightning footwork as well as dexterous swordplay. In fact, 85% of top fencers concentrate on fast footwork over blade work, because without it, you're a sitting duck. Let's start with the foil. This originally was a training weapon made of wood. Today it's known by some for being the superior of all 3 weapons for the expert skill it involves. The target area for a hit in foil is only the torso and back. Of the 3 weapons, the foil concentrates on the smallest of targets, and it's for this reason that the weapon requires expert levels of accuracy to score. The referee has to have eyes like a hawk, because it's him or her who decides who is the attacker and the one with the right to score the point. The attacker is the one who's judged to have raised his sword towards his opponent first. The referee will signal the start of each bout with the words "en garde," "prêt," "allez," "en garde," "ready," "fence." The attack and parry are fundamentals in the art of fencing. The attack gives the fencer the opportunity to score the point, while the parry is the blocking move, stopping the opponent. Lawrence Halstead, British number 2 foilist and ranked 50th in the world, is a strong contender for an Olympic medal. Here he's fencing Sebastian Bachmann of Germany in the European Championships. The two test each other out, feinting like boxers, until Halstead goes for the attack and gets a direct hit. Halstead's arm is up first and so has the right to the point. The attack period ends with a hit or a miss or a parry with the blade. Here Halstead's opponent Bachmann misses, and now Halstead can take the lead and scores. As Bachmann misses, Halstead makes sure his arm comes up and brings home the bacon. Italian Giorgio Avola shows intense control as he lines up for a hit. He demonstrates a good attack strategy as his feet move back, his arm goes forwards, and he gets the point. In this exciting exchange, Cassara is fast enough to dodge Baldini's attack. Baldini tries to do the same, but can't escape Cassara's blade, which finds its mark on his torso. Now we come to the sabre. This is a mighty weapon, developed from the cavalry sword. It's Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. It's known as a cutting weapon because you can use the side of the blade as well as the tip, and the attack zone is much greater, anything from the waist up, including the head. Like the foil, this is a weapon of convention, as attack falls to whoever leads with their arm first. Sabre is very fast, and these exchanges between the Frenchman Appetit and Hungarian Szilágyi are like lightning. Both are very young to be so accomplished. For Szilágyi to be 6th in the world is incredible. This semi-final was one of the best displays of sabre in the modern game. Other must-haves in the fencer's arsenal are the runaway attack and the parry riposte. Fencers work 2 or 3 steps ahead. The dramatic runaway attack draws the attacker down the piste, and once Appetit makes him miss, he goes in for the kill. Though this time the strategy doesn't work in his favour, Appetit uses the runaway attack, but he goes too far, right over the edge of the piste, losing the point automatically. Here Appetit goes in for the attack, but Szilágyi anticipates, parries his attack and riposte to gain the point. His block gives him the right of way to attack, and his fast response gives him the win. Here it's Appetit that blocks with an expert circular parry and gets his hit. And here the world #1 Russian Yakimenko shows us his version of the parry riposte. In this exchange there's an appeal about who won the attack. You can see in the slow-mo it's Yakimenko whose arm is up first and he wins the point. He should know he's won the last 3 World Cups and the 2010 Grand Prix and never beaten run of form. And so to the épée. This is known as the purest form of dueling. The reason? You can throw away the rulebook. There are no conventions in the épée. It's the first hit that wins. Crucially, points can be made with a hit anywhere on the body, legs, head or arms. It means manoeuvring your body from the tip of the blade is the top priority. Unlike foil and sabre, in the rules of épée, one is allowed to counter the attack and score a point. There are a range of moves called counteractions. Opponents can also attack and score simultaneously. This is known as a double. This men's épée final showcases great attacking flair from Lucenay. He's known as a pommeleur because he holds his sword right at the end for a few extra millimeters of reach. Because the points are wide open, épée bouts are longer as opponents feint to feel each other out. Here the attack changes from Bosco to Lucenay several times. Bosco, a very guarded fencer, opens up the distance between them and moves out of the way of Lucenay's blade. The block gives Lucenay time to get his hit in on Bosco's back. The counter-attack by Lucenay is precisely timed. He steps back from Bosco's attack and moves to the point where he can counter and gets the hit. Here, expert épéists Heidemann and Branza show how the slightest hesitation will lose you a point. Heidemann goes in as Branza is preparing to attack and gets a hit to the hand. Known as the stop hit, this is a cunning form of counter-attack where you stop your opponent as she prepares to attack and get the hit in yourself. Because of the high point scoring potential of the weapon, moving out of the way of your opponent's blade is vital. This ducking counter-attack allows Heidemann to avoid Branza's blade, and as Branza recovers, she darts in and gets the hit. It's all the more risky in épée because both fencers can score if they get a hit at the same time. This is a double because it's points for both. Fencing is a deft sport performed at lightning speeds, and once you've mastered the fundamentals, it becomes all the more compelling to watch.